Hello and welcome, my German regional leaves. Even if you're not from Germany. Well, this video will be a bit different. Here's an explanation why. The thing is, the new Pokemon generation, Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, are announced. And thing is, I wrote a script about a Pokemon region of my own that would be based in Germany. Yes, I also think that the new region is Spain, but a lot of things reminded me of this said script, which I planned to release way back when I started my channel, which is not that way back, it's just a few months ago, but oh well, and decided against because I felt I wanted to do this later, maybe, when I have more watchers, viewers. But yeah, with the new generation out and some things I think about it, like having a whole lot of 18 gym leaders, for example, I thought, yeah, maybe I shouldn't scrap this script just like that. But that's why I'm doing a video where I just basically read it off the screen, so don't mind me not looking at the cam or stuff like that. And before I talk way more than this, let's read you the script, okay? Here we go. With every new generation of Pokemon, we get a new region with new Pokemon in it. So, how would a region I create look like? First off, what would it be based off of? I figured, since I am from Germany, and there's no German-based region as of now, why not use that? And so I do think a German region will probably one day come. Even though not now. This is very likely Spain. Germany is a very diverse country. We have 16 states, which we call Bundesland, and each is basically its own custom and nature. Based on this, I want to make it the first region that has a gym for every type. Yes, that would be 18 gyms, but turning 16 states into 18 is a thing you can do, I think. I want to make each part of this region fit the type of gym of the main city there and have at least one smaller town and a bigger city which has the gym in it for every part. Well, except 3 of them, we will get to that. Of course, as with every region, we have to start with the starters. I'm reading which starters I created for this, which totally are not the starters we got. But I hope you like them. And if you mind, you can draw them if you want. Show them to me. Would be nice. Rief is the grass type starter that always seeks stronger opponents to get better at battling. Its name is a mixture of bunny and leaf. The leaves on its wrists can cut things. Its strong stats are attack and speed, while it is weak in HP and defense. When it evolves into Electrief, electricity and leaf, it gains the electric type, obviously, and its leaves get longer and sharper. After evolving into its final stage, Liblade, lightning and blade, its wrist leaves become blades and it can also cut with its kicks and tail leaf. Burm is the fire type starter that is always excited to finally being able to soar through the skies. Its name is a mixture of bird and flame, and that's why you write Burm with an E at the end. That is silent, like in flame. With a flame on its forehead, it can control the fire it creates. It is strong when it comes to HP and special attack, but weak in attack and special defense. It evolves into the fire flying type Flies, flying and blaze, which finally makes it able to fly and even control fire better, and finally into Tempest Spear, Tempest and Spear, as which it can pierce the skies as well as its enemies. And finally, we have the water type starter, Elelet, a very loyal creature that wants to protect its family. Of course, its trainer and his Pokemon are part of that family. Its name is a mixture of elephant and droplet. It has very sturdy skin that feels like rocks, but is always wet. Defense and special defense are its forte, but it is pretty slow and not good with special attacks. After evolving into Rockrunt, rock and Tarrant, it gains an armor made out of rock, water always dripping through it. Also, its ears become rock hard as well. Finally, as Crush Shield, from crust and shield, its ears become a sturdy granite-like shield. I originally planned to have this start as drawn, but that never came to be, so I would have showed them. That's why there are no explanations of their looks. So if you decide to draw them, feel free. Creativity is a field of freedom. After choosing your starter, your journey begins. You start in the middle of the region, first moving to the south. On your way to the first gym, which is in Normain, you are able to catch some Pokémon, including the regional bird Colted, which comes in different colors. It is based on the Bluetit, and when it evolves, it gains the Fairy type. Reaching Normain, which's name is based on normal, and Main, because it holds the normal type gym as well as being the main city of this region, you can do various things before going to the gym. At the Normain Tower, which is where the Elite Four will be waiting for you after you get all badges, you can have a nice chat and battle with your rival. Yes, it will be a friendly rival. I know those aren't really popular, but I think done right, they can be amazing. He, or she, if you choose to play as a girl, is your childhood friend and you always dreamed of becoming the champion of the Pokémon League. Both of you strive for that goal, and because of that, you won't give the other an easy time in battle. If you defeat him here, his Pokémon will be 5 levels higher in the next battle with him. So adding a bit of spice there. You can also go to the Normain Airport, an unfinished airport that seemingly will never be finished, since they started building it 100 years ago. Yes, the building continues, but it is still not finished. You can also catch some new Pokémon here. If you wonder about this location, well, I guess you aren't from Germany. Just Google Berlin Airport Unfinished and you will get it. The gym leader here, Peter, has some diverse normal types. His main is the German Shepherd Pokémon Leupard. Peter's name is Peter because it is one of the most common names in Germany. If you defeat him, you get the common badge. Following the road further down south, you will get to a small town where you will have your first encounter with the evil team of this region, Team Pure. Their goal is to take away the Pokémon of every trainer, so that only the chosen people can be trainers. They use various Pokémon, mainly dog-like Pokémon, Poison, Dark and Steel types. Them only being grunts, however, makes this battle not that challenging. On to the next big city, Poidang. This city once had to fight water pollution, But since the Finneon living in the waters there adapted, that was solved. They started to absorb the poisons into their bodies, turning them into water poison types that are able to absorb poison. This makes the waters clean. Basically just imagine Galarian wheezing but as a Finneon. Of course, here the gym here is a poison type gym, since you can still find many poison Pokemon here that came because of the pollution. The gym leader is named Clara. Klar is German for clear, and Clara is basically just a name. Her main Pokemon is the new evolution of Finneon, the poison water type Lumixic, which it evolves into instead of Lumineon. Defeating her nets you the Detox badge. The journey south isn't over just yet. Going through a wood, you can find many bug types, including Larvling and Suicune. The special thing about the early bug type in these games is that it evolves depending on the version you play. Rapper is a bug fire type, with its fire typing being strong against the bug typing of its counterpart Blopper. which is a bug water type. The water type as a counter to Rapper's fire type. They are based on the Froghopper. With such an insect-filled forest, it is no wonder that the gym in Bugrest is bug type. However, the gym leader isn't here right now, so seems like you have to go look for him. You find him battling some Team Pure grunts, and after you explain the situation, he asks for your help. The first Team Pure dungeon, basically. Here you fight a higher member of them at the end. After that, you can finally challenge Friedrich. I named him Friedrich because it sounds like friedlich, which means peaceful, and the sounds of insects kinda is peaceful. His main is Kokudra, a bug dragon type still in its cocoon that will evolve into the butterfly dragon Butt Dragon. Did I really name it Butt Dragon? Buttragon, like that. If you manage to defeat him, you will get the Crawl badge. The last time south for now leads you through some ruins and smaller towns until you reach Rock Mount. This city was built into a mountain, so there are a lot of caves to explore where you can get many rock and ground types. Its buildings are based on Fachwerkhäuser, half-timbered houses, since you can see those a lot in the German South. Of course, the gym leader here uses rock types. Her name is Mayra, which sounds like Maurer, which means builder. Her main is the rock grass type Girder. Due to them helping with building the half-timbered houses, they came to use wooden logs instead of steel and became as white as the whitewashed polster on those houses. The plaster badge is your prize for winning here. Now we go west, through deep woods full with dark, bug, and grass types, like War, a boar Pokémon with grass instead of fur, a dark grass type. The main city here is Gram, which names derive from grass and charm, but before you can get there, you will find your rival in the woods here. Of course, you battle, and again, his Pokémon will be a higher level the next time you battle him if you win. But that is not all. Since he is in pursuit of some grunts from Team Pure, you two team up this time. You search for them in a very dark forest, and when you find them, you will also hear about their plan: to awaken the slumbering beast. To do that, they need two other legendary Pokémon, which are the box art mons. To do that, they need to take stones from special shrines, one of which is here. But you are too late. You managed to defeat the higher member, but another one took the stone in the meantime. Since your rival already has his badge, he leaves you to continue his journey, and you are now free to go challenge the gym. Florian uses grass types, which his main being Streel, a giant tree Pokémon with a grass steel typing. If you can overcome its enormously high defense, you will get the tree badge. Now, a long journey towards the north awaits, all the way towards the other end of the region, while collecting several more badges. Your next badge can be acquired in Ice Tier. The name is based on Ice and Frontier. This city is built near Ice Tooth Mountain, a mountain almost only made out of ice. Many ice types live here. A long time ago, people imported a lot of furfru from Kalos, but then many of them got released in the wild, so they adapted to this climate, changing by gaining more and more fur, even evolving into snow fur. Snow fur are actually smaller than furfru, but have a lot more fur on them. They are pure ice types. And a snow fur is the main of the resident gym leader, Frida. The first part of her name, Free, sounds like frieren, which means to freeze. Defeat her to get the snow badge. Further north to Fairburg. But someone stops you when you try leaving the city. At this point, I want to say that for a game this big to work, the Pokémon have to give not much experience. All in all, I would say the Elite Four would be between level 70 and 80, as well as your Pokemon, at least without grinding much. At this point your starter would probably not be in this final stage. The one who stops you is another childhood friend, basically the gender you have not taken. Since I would play as a boy, I will refer to her as, well, her, but it could be a boy if you choose to play as the female character. So, she never knew what she wanted to do in life, but after seeing you and your rival battle, she thought about becoming a trainer too. A few days after that, she made her decision and has gotten the third remaining starter from Professor Elder, not related to Univers Champ. She challenged you to a battle, her starter already at stage 2. The battles with her are easier than those with your rival, but still challenging. After the battle, she lets you go, because she hasn't challenged the gym here yet. The way to Fairburg, which is a combination of ferry and Berg, German for castle, leads you through many castles. These castles are mostly intact, but not used anymore, and you can find fairy as well as dragon types in them. If you are lucky, you can catch the pretty rare fairy dragon type Prispop, a white dragon with prismatic wings and a rainbow-colored stone on its forehead. It evolves into Prisdra and then into Shingon, a majestic-looking sparkling dragon, and yes, this is this region's pseudo-dragon. I wrote pseudo-dragon, I meant pseudo-legendary. You can encounter it later too, but if you really want it, it can appear here, even though it is very rare. Think like Pikachu in Viridian Forest rare, stuff like that, even rarer. The gym leader here uses fairy types. His name is Richard, like Richard Wagner. Wagner's first completed opera was called Die Feen, which is German for the fairies, so it fits. His main Pokemon is a fairy fighting type called Fair Knight, a sword and shield wielding shining armor with long hair. Defeat him and get the Fairy Tail badge. Again, you have to fight against Team Pure. They have occupied the building of a foreign game developer. This city is based on the state Hessen, where the city Frankfurt am Main lies. What makes this special? Nintendo of Europe's headquarters is in that city, which I actually visited. That was cool. You have to put that in, right? So, free the company from Team Pure and go to the gym. The gym of Electrade is an electric gym. Electrade's name is based on electric and trade. The gym leader here is Jewel, which is written similar to Joule, a unit of energy. She's a programmer at the game company here as well. Her main is the Pikachu clone of this region, a Pokemon based on the 3-colored squirrel. It is yellow, light blue, and has a black back. It is an electric dragon type that is extremely cute. Your rival contacts you since he found one of the shrines but needs you to come as soon as possible. Arriving where he is, there's an ongoing fight between two people that seem very strong. It turns out one of them is the boss of Team Pure, and he actually wins. The two of you want to interfere, but the other man holds you off and lets the stone get taken away. It turns out the other man is the current champ, and he lost. Your rival says that battle was great, and he doesn't think the champ is weak, but Team Pure's boss is very strong, which, of course, are bad news. But nothing can be done about that. Your rival wants to challenge you again at first, but then rethinks it. He thinks he can learn something from the battle he witnessed just now, and has to sort out those thoughts first. You go your separate ways. Now, with one remaining to half of all badges, you arrive in the city where you get your 10th, Flyreen. Its name is a mix of flying and serene. Here we will have the first difference in the story of the two versions. If you're playing Violet version, I named it Violet, just go to the gym. But if you play Orange version, not Scarlet, because I think Violet and Orange are counterparts, but we got Scarlet and Violet. People will tell you about a tower that suddenly appeared a short time ago. Go to the tower and to its top. There you will meet the box legendary of Orange version, the flying fairy type with a majestic orange body with markings all over it, the creator of the seal's magic, Masil. You won't battle it yet, but it will give you one of its feathers. You take that and go to the gym. The gym leader here, Falco, which name sounds like Falke, German for falcon, uses a Pokémon named Winine. This Pokémon is different depending on the version. In the orange version, you can catch the canine version, a winged dog, and he has the feline version, a winged cat, in violet version. This is vice versa. Wing him and you get the wing badge. That was one of the two cities not based on a state. The other one will come later and hold the other box legendary. Well, on to the next city that is based on a state. Cyville, name based on Psychic and Carnival, is the city of parties. Before entering, you can choose a costume you want to wear for the all-year carnival going on in the city. If you manage to get to the gym, be sure to have something to use against Psychic Pokémon. Emma will be your challenge. Her name is similar to Empathy. Her main Pokémon is the fun-loving Harlequin that wants to make everyone smile, the Psychic Fairy type Smalkin. Defeat her and you get the Empathy badge. Northwards, you will reach Steendustry. The name comes from steel and industry. Not only is there a Pokeball manufactory, but also cars are built here. And that is also the place where the gym is. The car manufactory is the gym. Of course, it is a steel-type gym, led by the head engineer Gustav. And that first part sounds like Gus, in English meaning cast iron. Way back when, for the development of cars, many Blitzel and Zebstrika were used, and they co-evolved and gained the steel type in the process. His main is such a Zebstrika, which stripes are now made out of metal and have spikes. Defeat him and you get the machine badge. 7 to go. Further north, you get to one of those exceptions mentioned earlier. These exceptions are made because we have 3 states that are actually cities. Yes, a city and a state at the same time. Actually, Normain, which is based on Berlin, is one of those too. You reach the city of music, Darktone. Day or night doesn't matter here. You will always hear a tune here and there. You will get another rival challenge here, and he has become much stronger now. After that battle, you can go to the gym. This is a Dark-type gym styled like a disco. The gym leader is Agneta, which is the name of one of the members of the band ABBA, and her main Pokémon is the Dark Bug-type Pipeta, a spider with pipes on it. Win this dance-off and get yourself the Shadow Badge. Warber, the harbor city, is your next goal. You are challenged by your other gender again, but after that she invites you to do a boat ride. You talk about your childhood and just have a nice time until the ride is over. She tells you she already has the badge here, meaning she is now ahead of you, so you should keep going. And going, you will. To the gym, that is. Of course, it is a water gym. And that is actually located on a boat. You have to challenge Finn, and his main Pokémon is Poddle, a water-type toy poodle with bubbles for fur. Win and you get the Flow Badge. A final time to the north and you come across a tower on your way. The headquarters of Team Pure. Even your rival and other gender arrive and you decide you have to go in. A lot of triple battles occur, but the boss, which name you will get here, will battle you 3 at the same time all on his own. You stand no chance against Reinhardt. And yes, this is a battle you have to lose. I chose that name because rein means pure and hart means hard. Reinhard is an old German name as well. And of course, I cannot name him that. You know of what name you thought. After losing, the champ comes to rescue you. Your rival has contacted him just in case. And good he did. He enables you to flee, but is captured in the process. For now, you cannot help him, and all three of you lament about your weakness. Only one way to change that. Continue your journey and get stronger. Arriving in Fertile, a big city near the sea, you can of course see the lighthouse here. That lighthouse is the gym of Agnes, a fire-type gym. Agnes sounds like Agni, the god of fire in Hinduism. Her mane is special because it is the evolution of the regional variant of Mareep, which is a sheep with fiery wool. But instead of evolving into Mareep, in this region it evolves into Blazeep, a sheep clad in flames, and then into the one Agnes has, Shikon, which acts as the beacon in this lighthouse and is a fire psychic Pokemon. A flaming sheep that can float, basically. Win and you get the Blaze badge. Again, we arrive at a destination that is version exclusive. This time to the Violet version. On your way to the next city, an ominous mist surrounds you. You come across a temple that is mostly underground. You fight your way down until you reach a big chamber. There's a statue that comes to life, revealing itself as the Box legendary. A ghost rock type looking like a humanoid beast with a violet ghostly body, legs, head and some other parts covered in stone. It created the seal's vessel, in which the slumbering beast was sealed. The seal will give you a stone from its body. After that, off to Ghost Station and its gym. The gym here is an abandoned train station. The gym leader is named Todd. Named so because Tod is German for death. His main is the Ghost Steel type Tracy, a ghost train. The name comes from the famous song Crazy Train. It has a ghost body with a train-like armor and always a crazy grin. If you defeat him, you will get the Spectral badge. One more time to the east and you reach Drug Castle, with its many harbors and its big castle on an island. This castle actually includes a whole city. Fun fact, this city is based on Mecklenburg-Vorpommern, the state I was born in. On top of the castle, you find the gym. The gym leader here is Alexandra because the Dra at the end. She chose Lydra as her main, a bipedal dragon electric Pokemon that is very strong. She also is the first gym leader with a full team. Defeating her nets you the Scale badge. One more time you will be challenged by your rival. He has a full team now, of course, and his starter is fully evolved. Defeating him will give his levels a rise again in the next battle. After that, further down south to Phyterni. Before you are allowed into the gym, you have to win in a tournament here. Everyone here is obsessed with Pokemon battles. Win the tournament, and then you can challenge Arnold. Yeah, fighting, Schwarzenegger, strong guy, you get the gist. His main is Snorlax. In this region, the Snorlax, which still likes to eat a lot, had to fight for their food, making them very muscular and letting them change their type from normal to fighting. If you defeat him, you get the tournament badge. South again for your last badge. However, on your way there, you come across one of the shrines holding one of the stones Team Pure is after. And of course, they are there. You have to defeat the higher member here, and you manage to do that. So you take the stone with you to keep it safe. Arriving in Grausium, a city that has statues and other things of art everywhere. The city here is no, not the city. The gym here is an open-air museum where Sandra awaits you. I call her that because of the sand part. Sand is German for, well, sand. It's pronounced Sand here, but you get the gist. Her main mon is the ground fairy type Panmagi, a fairy pangolin with strong defenses. If you manage to defeat her, you get the clay badge. Finally, you got all badges. Time to challenge the Elite Four. You return to Normain and go to the tower where your gender counterpart awaits you for a final challenge. She says that if she can't defeat you, she wants to train some more, even though she has all the badges. Defeat her and go on. However, of course there's a victory road, which is built into the tower. Here you can catch some powerful Pokemon and meet strong trainers. After that, you reach a platform with 4 exits. You can choose which of the Elite Four to fight first, just like in Unova. Now, you may wonder, what about the types? If already every type was used, which types do the Elite Four use? They do not specialize on types here, but instead on stats. First, we have the attack specialist, Maximilian. His Pokemon have very high attack stats, and his main is the steel fighting type Weparm, which has an arm that can change into various weapons. Next is the defense specialist Leonie. Of course, you fight against Pokemon with high defense and special defense. Her main is a Duaria, a psychic steel type. Its body is split in halves, one half made out of psychic energy that can create strong psychic barriers, and the other half is metallic and can create strong metallic shields. The third is the special attacker Laura. Her main is an electric water type Pokemon that has the shape of a 6-pointed star. From each point flows water or electricity, and it is always spinning. It has an ability that makes all special attacks stab. And finally, there's the speed star Leon. His incredible fast main is the Dragon Grass type Lidra, that is as fast on the ground as it is while flying and attacks with sharp claws and leaves. It is a small dragon with a leaf on its tail and head. If you defeated them all, you are allowed to fight the champ. But wait, isn't he held captive by Team Pure? Actually, yes and no, because the one awaiting you is the rival, now the current champ. So, what is in his team? Of course, his starter. Depending on his starter, he has a grass, fire and water type in his team, minus the one type that his starter has. Those 3 are the grass fairy type Flowey, which is a humanoid fairy with plant parts, the fire ice type Hool, which is a dog-like creature with ice spikes and flames all over its body, and the water ghost type Deep Puddle, a shadow emerging from a puddle. His other 3 Pokemon are the pure flying type Score, a buzzard-like Pokemon, the bug dark type Vesquito, a vampire bat mosquito, and his main Pokemon Mingon. It is a dragon psychic type that is a dragon with closed eyes, hovering all the time and able to use claws and similar things made from psychic energy. Defeat him and you are the new champ. Of course, the game is not over. The next part is not post-game, but the continuation of the story. You will have to go around the world and search for the stones of Team Pure that Team Pure wants. You fight Team Pure's admins while searching for the 18 stones and then go to the place where the slumbering beast is sealed. There, Reinhardt waits. He activates the shrine there and the circle on the ground starts vanishing. However, your feather, or stone depending on the version, begins to glow, and your rival has the counterpart to that. That summons Masil and Vesil, which stop the seal from getting released. However, they struggle with that, and finally, Reinhardt challenges you to battle. Of course you have to win this, but it doesn't end here. His grunts bring out the old champ and place him in the shrine, where he is devoured by a pillar of energy. This sets free any energy that pushes Masil and Vesil away, and the seal is broken. Now, the slumbering beast is unsealed. Before you rises a pretty small creature, eyes closed. It is the normal type Destradon. You have to defeat it before it awakes. However, winning wakes it up, and it changes from its slumber form to its awakened form and absorbs all the stones in your possession. It has the special ability that its type changes to the one of the attack it uses. So all its attacks are stab, and its strengths and weaknesses always change. It can learn attacks of all types, but in this case it has attacks from electric, ghost, steel and fairy. Defeating it finishes the game. You get the ending, shed some tears for the lost champ, and then credits. In post-game, you can catch the legendaries as well as go to some places you couldn't before. Of course, you can challenge the Elite Four over and over, but with no champ fight at the end. However, you can call your rival and your gender counterpart whenever you want via phone. Also, the professor is willing to fight you as well as your parents, which were ace trainers back in their days. Sorry. So, how do you like it? What are your thoughts? And feel free to draw all the Pokemon I talked about. I would love to see what you make of them. Maybe I will even showcase them in another video. Tell me your thoughts in the comments below. As well as check out the description there with links to my Twitter and Instagram, where I post stuff and keep you updated whenever I upload a new video. As well as to my Twitch, where I stream every Friday, Saturday and Sunday. Don't forget to hit that like button, that subscribe button and the little bell, or else a slumbering beast will awake. So I hope you enjoyed this very different video, and I'll see you again next time. Bye!